What's up, guys? ABC Matt here. So, after the Trash to Cash meetup in Orlando, I had to head back to the day job that required me to go back to Atlanta. And I had a few days to be a tourist. So, I heard that the first thing you got to hit up is the aquarium. It's the largest in the United States. And I was told that this is the first go to spot you should hit up. Love the manta rays. The difference between a manta ray and a stingray is the stingray has a stinger. Makes sense, right? So when you walk into this aquarium, there's so many things to see. You're gonna spend about a couple hours here. So be sure to give yourself some leeway time just to see everything. After doing a little bit of roaming, I actually did a back behind the scenes tour, which is awesome. I suggest anyone to do that. This is probably the most favorite spot for a lot of people because it has the water tunnel and the conveyor belt, and you can see all the fishes that are swimming above and on the sides. It's pretty cool.
Look, look backwards. Look how big it is. Wow.
There's a shark. That, I wasn't know I would not be inside.
You'd be scared, huh? I'd be scared too.
Atlanta place, they donated $250 million, and then they went around and asked some of the corporate friends of theirs to also donate. So we raised another $40 million. You see Truist and Margaritaville and Southern Company around here. Those are some examples of that. So because of that, and Coca-Cola donating 9.5 acres of land, we were able to open debt-free right off the bat, so we're not paying off bank loans. All the money goes directly into having amazing creatures live here and on the field expeditions that we do around the world. So basically, we have put an ocean in the middle of a city that should not have an ocean in it, which is amazing. It's also very complicated. We've got to do a lot of the work that the ocean normally does for us. You know, clearing out all the waste products, keeping the ocean, or keeping the water temperature and the salinity just right. If they come up and it's like, hey, you know this is your bucket, what's the color of the green bucket for? Well, feed them, and so they learn what's the point of changing the wrong bucket, so then they get better at going right to the right color. Alright, so they emptied out that bucket and then we'll fill it up with more. Get them something more drill into that bucket, and here comes Tank, our green sea turtle, and he likes to eat it and he loves to do that. Now, Tank is supposed to be eating lettuce. They don't snack on other stuff, and be a little sneaky, but he's supposed to.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Octopus is just hanging around?
Yeah. His name is Tsunami.
Tsunami.
He's a young male.
Yeah.
I think we've had him here for about 4 months.
Wow.
We don't know his exact age.
I've been told he's roughly around 7-9 months old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've been told the general range is, especially for his size.
How big will it get?
I mean, they can get as big as like 7 feet if you hold them from their mantle and let their tentacles touch the ground. Since they don't have like a consistent structure, that does mean their size can kind of fluctuate. But like in terms of weight, they can almost be like 150 pounds heavy at their heaviest. But a lot of adult males will only reach something like 75 pounds
The
heavy.
largest one ever measured, and this is according to National Geographic, was 600 pounds. And it had a 32-foot arm span.
Jeez.
They can get pretty big.
So that's very rare. Like he was saying, they usually don't get them.
I've never seen someone that is naturally like red, like that color.
Yeah, this tends to be his natural color, and they don't know a lot about the color changes, why they change color, but they have figured out that when they're this color, it means they're excited.
Okay.
If they turn white, they're relaxed, means they're relaxed. And if they rapidly are changing colors, it typically means they're puzzled.
Okay.
They maybe see something, or they're given this, and they're initially puzzled on what to do with it.
I've seen a moray eel eat one of their tentacles.
Oh, really?
And they were changing colors during the panic mode.
Oh, wow.
There's this one species of, it's kind of like a it's called a Humboldt squid, but it's kind of like an offshoot of an octopus more than anything. And they operate a lot like wolves. They're kind of like the only cephalopod, and that's like squids, octopuses, cuttlefish, etc. They're the only ones that kind of actually operate in a pack. And Humboldt squids, they're big too. They can get up to 5 feet long, and they're strong. They can really pull someone down from the water.
Wow.
And they are known to do that every now and then. But they've observed them flashing different color patterns to each other, almost like a communication system.
Wow.
And so these colors absolutely have a meaning behind them, but people always know them for being used for camouflage.
Yeah.
And so I always think it's a really big point, because we always talk about like decoding like the whale language or things like that. But just like how we have non-auditory languages like American Sign Language, animals are the same way.
Yep.
It's really interesting to watch.
Oh yeah.
A lot of giant Pacific octopuses, you'll see red as like the most represented color for them, because a lot of different octopus species have a different represented color, which is just the one you're going to see the most often.
Yep.
Giant Pacific octopuses, like my friend was saying, I'm sorry, your name is Steve?
Steve.
Steve.
Yep.
First of all, nice to meet you, I'm Asa. Just like Steve was saying, a lot of people know red to be excited. I've heard that a lot of cooler colors for general octopus species indicate some sort of panic.
Okay.
That is what I have heard, but you don't see octopuses changing into cooler colors very often.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the chromatophores, which are the cells that allow them to change color, are warmer colors.
Got it.
But doesn't mean it's impossible for them to change cooler colors. Steven was actually just telling me a funny story. And I actually never heard about it. I do need to look up this video of a mimic octopus. Have you heard of those?
Yes, I have.
A mimic octopus turning green and kind of shaping into like a frog.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
Wow.
Well, after the aquarium, a little bit later, I went to the Coca-Cola Museum. The Coca-Cola Museum is nearby, so I had to take a picture with obviously the mascot. You can see him right here, the polar bear. He's awesome. He put his mouth open. And then you get to see the history of a Coke. It's a good setup, but I think if you had to choose between the aquarium and Coke, I think the aquarium is better. I think it's more up my alley. It's more visually to see things and everything, unless you're a Coke fan. If you're a Coca-Cola fan, then by all means hit this museum up. So for the Coca-Cola fanatic, this is right up your alley. In this exhibit, you see souvenirs, artwork, trinkets, everything involving Coca-Cola, you'll find it here. And at the end of this exhibit, you get to taste test Coca-Cola products from different countries. So you could taste the different flavors and the different concoctions. Also, in the middle of the exhibit hall, you get to taste test discontinued products from Coca-Cola. And I tell you what, when you take those taste tests, it's going to taste really, really nasty. That's obviously why they got discontinued. So they ship this safe, and they don't know how to open it, but it has the formula in there and a handprint. Anyway, at the end of the exhibit hall, you get to taste all these flavors from different countries. Most of them are from North America, but you get some like the Philippines, Germany, Greece, Italy, and you can taste all of them as much as you please. If you're really daring, you can mix all of them together, but I don't know why would you do that. It would taste so nasty. So Atlanta had the Summer Olympics in 1996, thus the rings. I got to hold the actual torch used for the Olympics, which is awesome. Then, you had to try the food, right? So I went to Mary Mac's. It's really great for Southern cooking. If you haven't gone, go there. I had the fried chicken, grits, and fried green tomatoes. Excellent. And then for desserts, I had the peach cobbler. The peach cobbler is excellent. It has really good peaches in there. Then I was suggested to go to Fox Brothers Barbecue. And I tell you, it was really good. Smoked hickory wings, Brussels sprouts, and mac and cheese. Then there were stickers about, so I had to put my own sticker, right? Then I went to the original Waffle House. Now, I should have went here when I was drunk, but it was nonetheless, I had to try it. And boy, does the South love their butter. So much butter. I think it was like pouring out of my veins into my skin pores. It was so much butter. And then finally, our company had an outing, dinner outing at the College Football Hall of Fame. And in there, when you walk in, you see all these helmets. I looked at them. They're not in particular order. I wish they was, but they weren't. And then you get to see all the artifacts and, the whole exhibit hall and everything. Now, I'm not a huge college football. I mean, practically, I'm not even a college sport person. But, it's cool to see the trophies and old school uniforms and stuff like that. So if you're in the area, go check it out. But I personally, for me, I wouldn't have paid for it. Thankfully, the company had an outing here, so I get to see all this stuff. But if you're a college fan, especially a college football fan, you will love this area.
Chick-fil-A's College Hall of Fame. They should have catered.
So what do you think so far of the College Football Hall of Fame? I think they displayed it pretty well. If you're into college sports, specifically college football, this is amazing with all the trophies and everything. So downstairs is where we ate. You can see all the tables. It's pretty cool on their artificial field area. So after finish eating, you gotta see the exhibit hall. So basically, in a nutshell, those are my 2 days in Atlanta. Hope you like it. And I'm going to be back in the grind doing estate sales, garage sales, and showing you what I find. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.